Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to Football Fan TV. And today we are gonna be talking about the Premier League 11. The Premier League uh, 11 aside team, the best all time. And the formation we are gonna play is going to be the 4-2-4. I wanted to play the 4-3-3, but having only three attackers just will be like discouraging to the other good attackers. There were many brilliant attackers and midfielders. Like compared to the attackers, they weren't at the same level. According to me, they were brilliant. Don't get me wrong, but we are leaving it for attackers. And before getting into the video, go follow my Instagram and my Twitter for all the football news, transfer updates. And the link will be in the description. Go follow me for all the transfer news. And now let's get right to the video. So goalkeeper Van de Sar. This was a really tough one. I had four nominees: Peter Cech, Kasper Schmeichel, Van de Sar, and one who's still playing, David De Gea. And I chose Van de Sar because not only because of his prem, because of his UCL performances, and he has a good chance of even being in the UCL 11, but in the Premier League 11, he makes his spot. Brilliant goalkeeper, one of the best all-time keepers, and now let's move on to the right back. Okay, the right back was the easiest position in the whole 11. There, let me tell you my nominees. Gary Neville, he was the only one there. Right back is one position that there haven't been many good ones in the Premier League. Like there have been some good ones, but not like elite level ones. Like maybe Reece James and Trent can overtake Gary Neville. I think Trent has a chance in the future, maybe in the next 10 years. But right now, Gary Neville is clear of everyone. This is like a position I don't think is debatable. It's all Gary Neville. And now let's move on to my centre back, Vidic. Like Vidic is like the best prime centre back according to me. And then like he is the pair. That's the best pair of all time is Rio Ferdinand and Vidic. I didn't want to put too many United players. We know United were really cracked at the start of the 2000s with like Sir Alex Ferguson, but I'm not gonna put Rio Ferdinand in it. And but Vidic was the best centre back in the Prem according to me. But the second player might overtake him in the next 5 or 10 years, and that's Virgil van Dijk. Let me name I'm gonna name you my nominees for that other centre back position: Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, and Virgil van Dijk. It was one of those three. I I thought about John Terry, and then Rio. I was like, he was the member of the best duo, but should he be in here? I don't think so. That's why I put Virgil van Dijk. Gary Neville was next, and Rio. He has had brilliant 4 or 5 years with Liverpool, and he's a brilliant centre back. So I think he deserves to be here. Now let's move on to the left back, and that's Ashley Cole. Left back was also similar, but like the second place wasn't that close, but it was closer than that right back position. My second was Patrice Evra. Patrice Evra was second, and then of course Ashley Cole was first. He was a brilliant left back, the best the Premier seen. Not at the level of the centre backs and the full backs are really good, but they aren't like the strongest position in the team. But like maybe in the next 5-10 years, Robertson might overtake him, and maybe when Joao Cancelo. But The chances are slim for Joao, but hope for the best. And Ashley Cole was a brilliant left back. I think he deserves to be here. Now let's move to our two midfielders. First one, Stevie G. Steven Gerrard. He hasn't won the Prem, but that's nothing to take away anything from his amazing position. Now let me name you the nominees for this. I had Roy Keane, Stevie G, Frank Lampard, KDB. I had to choose two out of those four. So one of them had to be Stevie G. This is like anyone. If you guys want to argue, you guys can only have 1 point that he never won a Premier League title, and he slipped to cost them the title. But except that, you guys can't say you if that didn't happen, he would be guaranteed here. But for me, he's still here in the starting 11 of Premier League all-time team. Next one, I didn't see him in most of the teams, and that's Kevin De Bruyne. I think he deserves to be here. Frank Lampard was brilliant. He's my third place and Roy Keane fourth. But I think KDB just has that like good passing from the midfield. He has won the Prem 4 times or three, something like that. And then he can shoot the ball. He can strike it really good, really well. And then he's just a brilliant centre mid. You can play him Cam, CM. He's a brilliant player, and I think he deserves to be in here. I don't know why many people didn't put him here, but he's like compared to like Frank Lampard and Roy Keane, Frank Lampard had a longer career and he scored many goals and gave many assists. But I think KDB just above him. And now let's move on to my four attackers. Starting with the left wing, Thierry Henry. Some will put him as like a striker, but Henry can play at the left wing. He played there for his career, some part of his career. And the nominees were Ryan Giggs and Thierry Henry. Those were the only two. First I put Giggs there, and then I thought about it, and I said Henry can also play at the left wing position, and then I put him there. He's a brilliant player, one of the best players in the Premier I've ever seen. And now let's move on to my right wing, Mo Salah. Most goals in a Premier League season, 32. Mo Salah. He has won the Premier League once, a champion of the Prem, and this year he had the most goals in the Prem and the most assists in the Prem. If that's not enough, he has been in the top 3 of the Golden Boot like for the last 5 years, I think, something like that. Top 10 and top 5, and he's a brilliant player. And people are putting Ronaldo there. Ronaldo wasn't like at the level of what we know Cristiano Ronaldo as at the start of his career. And Mo Salah has been there for the same amount of years or even more. And I think he is better than that version of Ronaldo. So I put Mo Salah there. And now let's move on to the two strikers. One was easy, and that's Alan Shearer. Most goals in the Premier League history. Most goals, 265 or something mad like that, 200 something. Most goals, amazing. He played for Blackburn, he played for Southampton and Newcastle. Just had a brilliant career, scored many goals, and that this place wasn't debatable. Alan Shearer needed to be here, but the next place, everyone, even we can put Thierry Henry in this conversation. Henry, and then we got like Cantona, and then Wayne Rooney, Aguero even, and many others like Eric Cantona. Like the striker position was cracked. And my second striker and the last player in this team is Aguero. That brilliant commentary. He he won it for Man City at the start of his career, of his City career. He came out off the bench and scored to win them the Premier League title. That's still one of the most legendary moments in Prem history. And he sums up our 11. I know there's many debatable positions, but this is my opinion. So don't get hurt, and you guys can have your own opinion. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe channel if you guys are new. See you next time. Till then, peace.